The 50 Fathoms is iconic because it is one of the first dive watches, one of the pioneers that set the blueprint of the modern dive watch. But it feels like Swatch Blancpain collaboration did this 50 Fathoms Act 3 dirty, as they were released around the same time. First of all, everybody thought that this was just another Blancpain swatch, another colorway. And then we saw the $32,000 price tag to realize, oh wait, this isn't a swatch. The result of whatever that entire release was that the Act 3 was just overshadowed by the hype of the swatch. Today I want to look back at this watch and try to analyze it objectively. Is it actually any good? Check out Swiss Connection watches for your next watch. Also, do consider subscribing as it really helps. Thank you. The 50 Fathoms was born from the collaboration between the CEO of Blancpain at the time and the French Combat Diving Corps in the 50s. It was born out of necessity, out of functionality. That means having a unidirectional bezel, a watertight plus an anti-magnetic case, luminous indexes, and a water-resistant crown. Now, in the 50s, this was the future. This made watches much more utilitarian from the dress watches of the time. As a result, the 50 Fathoms became widely adopted in many military units around the world, such as the French, the Germans, the Norwegian, and even US Navy SEALs. Its popularity was undisputed. The 50 Fathoms Anniversary Act 3 has a case diameter of 41.3mm and a case thickness of 13.3mm. It very much retains its roots. In addition to that, this has various callbacks to the original 50 Fathoms, such as the vintage font on the dial, the bold flat bezel, unprotected crown, and Fotina, all celebrating the anniversary of the 50 Fathoms. And because this is a special edition, it comes in a 9-carat bronze gold case, which allows it to have a more controlled patina. Plus, it emulates the look of aged German silver, making it visually different from most bronze watches. This particular model has a moisture indicator on the dial, a signature feature of a military spec or mil-spec version of the 50 Fathoms. Its main purpose is to inform the diver if moisture is starting to get inside the watch. This could be because of an unscrewed crown or damage on the crystal or case. I'm not sure what you do in that situation deep underwater, but if the color on the indicator changed, that would be a signal that the seal of the watch has been compromised. The caliber 1154P2 is one of the highlights of this watch. It is a 100-hour power reserve anti-magnetic beast. All thanks to the modern improvements which allowed it to be contained without needing to make it extra thick and without requiring a soft iron inner case. Still a modern 50 Fathoms, only this time wearing a vintage body. And to celebrate its birthday, this is a 555-piece limited edition. But at $32,000, it is expensive. But let's try to understand it better. Firstly, there's a 9-carat bronze gold case, which is the same gold alloy that Omega uses in their Seamaster reissue. Then there's the pedigree of this piece, which is a mil-spec, making it one of the most collectible versions of the 50 Fathoms. You see, this version harkens back to the very reason why the 50 Fathoms was created. It is a tool watch. The moisture indicator at 6 was a functional element back in the heyday, but nowadays it's almost a communication tool to the discerning collector. It's a stamp that indicates that you not only know, but you really know. Also, there's the overall design of this piece. Blancpain spent their time recreating the look to pay tribute to the 1950s design, right from the size, the proportions, the bezel, the font on the dial, and even the case profile. It's a true tribute piece. While the caliber 1154 does have an industrial decoration, you will find anglage on the bridges and perlage on the base plate, along with polished screws. It is a hot horology workhorse caliber with high performance, offering 100 hours of power reserve and modern innovations like a silicone hairspring. So coming back to the question, is it any good? And is it worth the price tag? Maybe. With this, it's more of a matter of whether it makes you happy, because what good does a set of gears and wheels do if it doesn't make you smile? It's special enough to command such a hefty price tag without looking moronic. It's Blancpain after all. But my perspective may be a bit skewed as an enthusiast, and I'll make justifications that go beyond logic, beyond what my bank balance can actually afford. It is a Blancpain after all, a combination of high horology traditional watchmaking techniques with in-house manufacture calibers and the brand prestige. although they do have a bit of work to do in the branding department. Nevertheless, there are enthusiasts, collectors of the brand that will find this piece exceptional, and those seem to be the target demographic for this release. Whichever fence you find yourself to be on, it is still one hell of a dive watch with a story history that is captivating once you give it a chance. Keeping the retail price aside, what do you think of this Blancpain 50 Fathoms? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.